Hey y'all, Minecraft King Pro here, and I kind of wanted to talk to you all about some more music. Music I've talked about before, but this is some music I kind of want to dive deeper into for what it means to me. And at this point, my name might as well be Music King Pro instead of Minecraft, with how this or Car King Pro with how this channel is going. But music really does mean a lot to me. It's something I've tried making in the past, which had varying success. But music to me means togetherness. It means collaboration. It means you're not alone. And whatever it is you might be feeling, whether you're feeling like the boss, or you're feeling like a failure, or you're feeling like anything, music to me means that you're not alone. And that is arguably one of the most important things that a person can feel, like that they have someone else with them. So I wanted to dive deep into the first song I wanted to talk about. Not really the song, but more so just a couple lines from one of the songs. The first song is Throwaway by Future. To any of my avid viewers, you would know that I've talked before in the past, maybe like once or twice, on how much this song means to me and how it helps me get through things. Specifically the second part. I don't really like the first part all too much. Whenever it comes up in my Spotify, I always just skip to like the middle part, because that's when I know the beat switch happens. But there's a few lines from that song that really do resonate with me, and I wrote them down here. It says, if loving me in public ain't safe, you can take my love and hide it. Don't give up on me today. Hold on to me like a true love. And the reason I can relate that specific, those lines to my life, is because when Jada was talking with her friends about me, they always had something negative to say. And with the song about Future, he literally says, because you know, with them, the celebrity status of relationships, there's so much drama going on all the time. Everyone's always talking about you. With me and Jada, I always felt like they were always talking about how bad I was. Which, I'm not going to lie, I was not perfect. I don't think I was too bad, but I loved the best I could. That's the truth, is that I did love the best I could. And I still do. I still do love the best I can. And he says, hold on to me like a true love. It means when the going gets tough, please do not leave me. Despite what everyone says, we can keep this private. We can just love each other. But ultimately, that is not what ended up for Future and his girlfriend at the time, and neither has that happened for me. It got to the point where Jada fake broke up with me just so they could stop talking about us. And if, like it says, if loving me in public isn't safe, then you can take it and hide it. I was okay with being hidden. But what I wasn't okay with, and this is kind of where my connection to the song kind of ends, what I'm not okay with is loving her in private. I am very, very open with my love for her. And that's something that I'm not really ashamed to hide. Even though she's completely moved on from me and I'm just a fucking failure talking in his car wearing a goddamn oversized sweater and a domo hat, I I do love her. I loved her. And I wasn't afraid to show that. And I'm still not. I'm not afraid to show that, because that's who I am. I'm a very private person when it comes to a lot of things. But one thing that I'm never ever afraid to share is my love for my girlfriend at the time, Jada. And again, I feel like that's where kind of the song and mine ends, because the song then talks about how Future doesn't care anymore. He's like, go fuck that guy, get it over with. Which, as much as I can lie to myself and try to gaslight myself into being like, I don't care anymore, the truth is I love her. And it hurts having her go off and date other people and whatnot. And all those nights where I would look into her eyes and feel fulfillment. All those nights I would look into her eyes and feel like I understand the point of life. Ultimately, she could not see that back in me, and that's what hurts. And it's something I don't think I'm going to really do anymore. I don't really think I'm going to really open my heart up to people anymore. Purely because of this pain that I felt, that I still currently feel after this heartbreak. Because that's what love is. Love is the good and the bad. And all those good times I had with Jada, now I have to experience the bad. And I ultimately don't believe that the good outweighs the bad. And it's something I don't really want to open up about anymore. But that kind of transitions into our next song, which talks about opening up and vulnerability especially. Which this is another song that you guys have probably heard me talk about before in the past. It is called Pier 4 by Clairo. Clairo, I've been very vocal on my love for her in these past couple of videos, because ultimately she is my favorite artist. Because her works feel so emotional and they feel not disconnected. I can feel like we've gone through similar experiences. And the stuff that she writes about in her songs is none of them are very braggadocious. They all kind of tell feelings and experiences that one might have. And it's not like with Future, he was talking about how he, was in a threesome and you guys dick suck, he thought about the girl. Not everyone can relate to that. But a lot of people can relate to being scared to tell your crush that you like them, which is Bags, but that's not the song I'm talking about today. I'm talking about Pier 4, which that song to me, Clairo hasn't really openly said this in an interview on what the song is about, so it's a little bit up to interpretation. For me, it talks about vulnerability and pushing people away and coming up with excuses for that, when in reality it is your own fault. I think that's what I wrote down. Yeah, pushing others away with excuses. And Pier 4 especially talks about the impact it might have on your relationship. When I was in a relationship with Jada, she was very scared a lot of times to open up to me and to let her feelings out there, even though I wouldn't judge her. And whenever that would happen, I've made mistakes and I would actively beg her to tell me, which was ultimately just pushing her away further even more. And I realize that now, but still her fear of opening up and being vulnerable really did have an impact on our relationship, because it made me question a lot of times whether or not she was telling me the full truth, whether she was lying to me, or whether or not there was just stuff that she just flat out wasn't telling me. which she would use to her credit. Not every time, but sometimes she would actively not tell me the full story, and that would come and end up biting us in the ass, especially as a relationship. But despite that, I still would love her, and I would still offer her a safe space without judgment. And I still would. That's the truth. If she came to me right now and was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you about something," I wouldn't say anything. I would just be like, "I'm here to listen. I'm here to listen to you. Just tell me what's going on." And if she wants to toss me away after that, I'd be hurt. I'd be really hurt and upset, but I'd be happy that I was there for her. But it gets you thinking, what is the cost of vulnerability? When you put yourself out there, what are you risking? Because in a relationship where you should be free of judgment, what is the risk of putting yourself out there? And that's a question that I don't know the answer to. I don't know what's so scary about it. I don't. That's a question I hope to answer one day. What's the cost of it when close is just not close enough? How deep indulged with your partner do you have to be in order to tell them everything? Which, again, you can't tell them everything. There's some things that you just shouldn't tell your partner. But what's the cost of opening up to them that makes it so difficult? I'm going to end this video here. I appreciate anyone for watching these videos. I know me talking and rambling on about music can be pretty annoying sometimes, and I'm sorry. But to those who do watch these videos, thank you. And if you want me to go back to making Minecraft videos, you can just comment that. Or if you like me making music videos, you can go ahead and comment more music videos, whichever one you guys would prefer. Because ultimately, both of them, music is an everyday part of my life. Minecraft is not, unfortunately, even though it's in my name. Yeah. And I think with this video, this is going to be a start of me editing these videos. If not this one, then the next one. But in the meantime, I love you all. Thank you so much for any and all support. It means the world. And yeah. Minecraft King Pro out.